Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome into the show. Yet another episode of Crushing Fantasy Football. I am Bryce Lockridge, your host of the show. All right, guys, it is August 1st, so we are a little bit more than just 1 month away from football season. I can't believe it's already August. Football season is almost here. I'm freaking stoked. I know you guys are as well. So today I'm going to be giving you a list of 5 most-owned wide receivers. Now, I think that based on the draft value that you're getting in these guys are going to win leagues. So I want to make sure that you draft them. So I'm going to start right here with the first player on my list, and that's Drake London. Now, I don't think a lot of people know this, but last year, Drake London had a 29% team target share in his offense. This was the same target share percentage as Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson had a 29% team target share last season. Look what happened with him. I'm not saying that Drake London is going to emulate what Justin Jefferson did last season, but the point is the sky is the limit with this guy. This dude could be a top 5 to 7 wide receiver in fantasy, getting this kind of target share in his offense. And we know that the talent is elite. We've got a guy who's 6'4". He's a first-round draft pick. He runs a 4.5 40. He's a good route runner. He's just a great all-around wide receiver. And considering the fact that he was so efficient last season, as far as his yards per route run efficiency, 2.4 yards per route run, top 11 in the league, you know that you're going to see a potentially increased target share, which is absolutely crazy. Considering the fact that he had a 29% team target share last year, he actually has the possibility to have a 30+% team target share in this offense. Obviously, Bijan is going to catch some passes out of the backfield as well. But the best thing about that is it's going to make the offense more efficient. It's going to give him more scoring upside. And in an offense that was really struggling to find their rhythm last year, the dude had 15 red zone targets, which was top 18 in the NFL. So you got to figure that he has a very good chance to be top 10 in the league in red zone targets this coming year, with the offense inevitably, going to be a better offense with Bijan Robinson. So I love Drake London. I love the upside this season. The talent's there. The opportunity shares there. And he's going to have way better touchdown upside this coming season than he did last year. Drake London's a must-own wide receiver. You could get him in round 4. This guy's a smash pick, potential league winner. Next player on my list is going to be Chris Godwin. Now, this is a guy who we've seen provide an elite ceiling before. Remember back in 2019, he was the wide receiver 2, and this was the last time that he had a 22+% team target share. He had a 22+% team target share in that 2019 season. And that was when Jameis Winston was his quarterback. So whenever Tom Brady came over to the team, Chris Godwin's target share went down a little bit, not because Brady didn't like Chris Godwin, but because Tom Brady, throughout his career was known to spread the ball around more so than almost any quarterback in the NFL. He wasn't one to, really necessarily favor one wide receiver. I mean, obviously, he liked Julian Edelman and certain guys a lot more than others throughout his career. But a lot of times, Brady would just spread the ball around to pretty much anybody in the offense that's open because he was, confident in his ability to get the ball to anybody. So, Chris Godwin didn't see as high of a target share percentage with Brady as his quarterback as he did with Jameis Winston. But you got to figure Baker Mayfield coming in is going to be looking for a target hawk. Baker Mayfield hasn't really had true success at the NFL level yet, so he's going to be looking to lock onto one wide receiver. I don't see why it wouldn't be Chris Godwin. He is, it's 1A, 1B as far as the most talented receiver in this offense, right? It's either him or Mike Evans. They're both tremendously talented. We know that Chris Godwin has elite run after the catch abilities, and between the two wide receivers, he's the younger one. Mike Evans is going to be 30 this year. Chris Godwin's only 27. Just because of the youth advantage alone, you got to figure that Chris Godwin is a guy who is going to see a pretty good target share this season. If he had more than a 22% target share this year, and thus his highest target share percentage that he's ever had in his career, I wouldn't be surprised at all. This guy is set to absolutely explode in this Bucs offense. And we know that with an increased target share, this dude is lethal because, look, 487 yards after the catch last season, top 6 in the NFL. That accounted for almost half of his receiving yards. We know that due to his elite speed and athleticism, he has great run after the catch abilities. So if he does see an increased target share, sky's the limit for Chris Godwin. You can get him in round 5 of drafts. People are sleeping on him. This dude's going to explode this season. The draft value is amazing. Next player on my list is going to be Christian Watson. Now, he's one of my most drafted wide receivers on Underdog Fantasy because this is a guy, you look at the athletic intangibles, right? 6'5", runs a 4.3 40, tremendously talented. He's going to be taking jet sweeps out of the backfield along with running a lot of routes, along with running a lot of deep routes. There's other weapons in this offense with Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Aaron Jones, and A.J. Dillon in the backfield. I think people are sleeping on this offense, guys. I think this Packers offense is going to be a lot better than people expect. So what this means is that Christian Watson has tremendous upside. And if you look at the game log from last season, Christian Watson exploded in the second half because of a significantly increased target share. They kind of started the season with, limiting his targets. He was only getting, 2, 3, sometimes 4 targets a game, whereas he was giving 7, 8, 9 targets a game later in the season. In the back half of the season, I said that this exact thing was going to happen in the preseason. I said, stash Christian Watson on your bench. Play him later in the year because this dude's going to explode in the second half. That's exactly what happened. Now, obviously, you've got a quarterback downgrade going from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan Love, but I think that people are sleeping on Jordan Love. I think he's going to be a better NFL quarterback than people expect, and I think that he's going to be good in his first full season. Christian Watson has sky-high fantasy potential because I think that this offense is going to be a lot better than people are expecting, especially considering the fact that it's going to be really hard to stop their backfield now that they have a more mobile quarterback. Accounting for Jordan Love, A.J. Dillon, and Aaron Jones, it's going to be very hard to stop this team's run game. That's going to help the overall efficiency of the offense. Christian Watson is going to be by far and away the main target hog on this team, and he is by far and away more talented than any wide receiver on this roster. The big playability is second to none. This dude has the upside to have 10, 12, 13 touchdowns in this offense this year and a whole bunch of big plays. Next player on my list is going to be Calvin Ridley. Now, this is a guy, you look at his last full season in the league, 1,300 plus receiving yards, 25+% target share. The dude had a 41.4% air yard share in his last full season in the NFL. This dude can dominate air yards for his offense. That's exactly what he's going to do in this Jacksonville offense. Travis Etienne is going to be catching more passes out of the backfield this year, which is really good for the overall efficiency of the offense because that's going to make the offense better. And I don't think that Christian Kirk or Zay Jones are any real competition for Calvin Ridley as far as target share competition. This offense should be extremely efficient. They have the upside to be the highest scoring offense in the entire NFL. Calvin Ridley is set to explode in this offense. You look at his efficiency in his last full season in the NFL, 2.48 yards per route run, which is top 7 in the entire NFL. This is a wide receiver who could command crazy target volume and has great yards per route run efficiency. He's now going to have by far and away the best quarterback that he's ever had in Trevor Lawrence to sling him the rock. This is a guy who is pretty much set to absolutely explode. I love him in this Jacksonville offense. I'm not drafting a whole lot of Christian Kirk or Zay Jones, but I'm hammering the Calvin Ridley button. This dude's a must-own wide receiver. Next and final player on my list is going to be DJ Moore. Now, this is a guy who we really haven't seen put up the numbers that we want to see yet, but this is mainly because of just having terrible quarterback play. He's kind of got the Terry McLaurin problem with elite talent, good target share, but the quarterbacks throwing him the ball just aren't very good. That's pretty much been DJ Moore's career. But look, this is a guy, he's a first-round draft pick, 6 foot, 210 pounds, runs a 4.4, has all the athletic talent in the world, incredible route runner. We know that he's going to be the number one wide receiver in this Bears offense. And if you look at his target share the last 2 seasons, 27.7% team target share last year. 2021, 28.4% team target share. This guy will dominate the target share percentage for his team. He's just needed a quarterback with a strong enough arm to actually get him the ball downfield, and he's needed to play in an efficient offense. This Bears offense is going to take a huge step forward this season with the improved offensive line with DJ Moore himself, with stud running backs in the backfield, a great running quarterback with a rocket arm. I love the upside for this Bears offense. DJ Moore is going to be Justin Fields' number one weapon. He's going to explode this year. All right, guys, these are my 5 most owned wide receivers. Make sure to grab these guys. Appreciate it. Catch you later.